Okay, off you go.
I'm Tiger. I'm Luke Five.
I'm Nick.
I'm Chocolate.
Okay, one of the most significant problems that every country suffers is traffic jams. So it leads to many problems for the police and the fire service, also the ambulance, as well as creating problems for the environment and workers and tourists. They face the same problems. So what do you think about the factor that cause the problems?
The causes of traffic congestion is that the change in sector of economies. Meaning that is that people are doing primaries and secondaries, and then they tend to change into tertiaries. Changing into tertiary is that people has become wealthier. People tend to buy more stuff that is not essential, and which causes the traffic congestions. And it leads to pollution problems, and based on some recent information in the UK, the average amount of CO2 that car is releasing per kilometer is that 166 grams per kilometers. And this brings up the global warming issues, is the rise in average world temperatures. And to solve this is that, for me, I think is to organize the times from like 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. is like a rush hours. So it's important to organize the time. However, if the time is still conflicting, we need to change the times of schools or the bank times, like change the schedule.
So I agree with Belle because she said about the last time is over 7,000 workers and 3,000 employers late because traffic, and is the almost is 31%. This is research from the University USA. So it's made many problems. What do you think?
But I think another problem that causes traffic is that poor transportation, public transportation, because it doesn't cover all the city. People need to have a car in order to get to their workplace. So people think they need to buy a car for more comfortable because the public transportation is not good enough and not comfortable enough, and may take a long time to go to the place.
Yes, but the public transport is the one of the government thing that is good, but when we use the real thing, it's not necessary because they didn't promote or advertise in the media.
Can we just return to Belle's point? It was very good. Please don't ignore it. Yeah, she made a very good point. It's not being followed up.
In the world
Yes,
No, she proposed a solution that there should be. What was your solution, Belle?
Like manage the times.
Manage the times. Okay. Why are we talking about public transport? We're talking about the long-term effects of this, unintended, can we do it, so on and so forth. Keep it on that.
You mean like adding on to like?
No, well, you said we should manage times where people can drive, such as what happens in England. Now, what do you think will be the long-term consequences of this, or the short-term consequences in Bangkok, of saying you can't drive at particular times, or it's more expensive for you to do that? So this is the problem in these discussions. Someone makes a really good point, everybody else ignores it, because you have memorized a response, and that's the problem.
So what is the consequence for time management on the rush hour that people choose, and people and government should solve this problem.
Okay. If we change the times, right, from the school's hours or the bank hour, however, there's a conflict between that. Because if people's, like working people's tend to be free on this periods of time, but the bank is not open, so this might be a problem.
I think it's going to be difficult to change time with school time and bank time or the order of this time, but because it's based on people behavior that they have to work at the same time, like, but some of it change the time, like in the morning, maybe go to work later, like after 10 o'clock. And what another factor that government should solve the problem, like road to change, like two lane or 3 lane roads to change that to make a traffic flow.
Okay, I get what you're saying. However, to do so is like, there's quite some arguments on this because some people may agree to change and some may not accept it. So what Chocolate mentioned is that the transportation, public transportations, if we encourage people to use them, okay, it would be like 20 for me, I think it would be like 20% that it would work. However, what about if we make some policies on like, if anyone using like the public transportations, we could return part of the taxes belongs to people who are using them.
Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah, that would be like, encourage them to use more because they got the funding back.
Yeah, because there are many kinds of transportation in the city, such as buses, subway, and train. So they should be developed, and the government should launch a campaign for the people, and that just Bill said to reduce tax or give some benefit or advantages, more advantages to the people that use those transportation. So, what about you guys' opinion?
What do you think would this work, or do you have any other ideas that?
I think if the public transportation have improved, many people will use it because they feel it clean enough for them and comfortable enough.
No, but I think the cause why people don't use it might be it's uncomfortable and sometimes it's like dirty, so people will not use it and use their own car.
So, yeah. So our solutions to making them using is to spend amount of capitals on service, make it better in order to make the traffic congestion lighter.
And it also is required an expansion of access to public transport, like from the outbound, when they go to the urban area, the public transport should be developed that can go to the urban area easier, and they should expand more.
Yes, but I think it's a wrong term to solution in this about the urban areas. Government should plan the city plan like in many countries in the world has good city plan. This is the good long term for solve these problems.
Yes, such as New York, right?
Yeah,
They have so many buses and some subway that people can go to the urban area really easily.
Yes.
Adding on to Meiji's point about the city plans. Nowadays, there are lots of companies with large employees in their cities area, which causing the traffic congestions because people tend to, like, okay, back to the rush hour again, like they tend to be on time, comes to work. So solutions to this is that the government should consider moving the companies to the countryside so that they don't the traffic not crowded.
Okay.